Hello and welcome to the podcast, Jack of all trades, master of none. Today we're going to be talking about citizen science, but before we jump into that, I do want to announce that episodes will now be posted every other week instead of every week, just because that was not sustainable, and I just kind of stopped posting it all. And so I feel like if I do it every other week, then I will actually consistently post quality episodes, and also I'm going to start working full-time soon, so slay. So jumping right into it, what is citizen science? So according to Oxford Languages Dictionary, citizen science is the collection and analysis of data relating to the natural world by members of the general public, typically as part of a collaborative project with professional scientists. National Geographic says citizen science is the practice of public participation and collaboration in scientific research to increase scientific knowledge. Through citizen science, people share and contribute to data monitoring and collection programs. Typically what that means is you're going to be doing data sorting, you're going to be doing, if you have an earthquake in your area and you felt the earthquake, you can go to the USGS, US Geological Service website and be like, I felt this earthquake, and put a little pin where you are. And that just helps them collect data on how the earthquakes are affecting that area. So if you've ever been like, hey, I want to do science, but I don't have a science degree or I don't have a science job, don't worry. You can do science in your free time. This helps professional scientists gather more data, sort through more data, and simply just have more time to actually study something instead of endlessly sorting through data samples, instead of actually being able to do the sciencey bits that require a degree for. There are lots of different places where you can get involved with these things. One of my favorite websites for citizen science is zooniverse.org. It will be down in the references below. But basically what it does is it gives you access to a bunch of public projects and you can help sort through data. So for example, one of my personal favorites is the Everglades Wildlife Watch, and they give you trail cam photos and you just kind of look at the animals on there and you identify what's there. So, if there's a bunch of alligators in the water, you count how many alligators there are and you click on the icon. And if you're not sure, there's a little guide that helps you identify. And if you're still not sure, you can leave a note on there and then be like, hey, I have no idea what that weird looking bird in the corner is. So can someone else please identify it? And then someone else will come identify it. So you don't have to do it all by yourself. And I hear you say, Tierney, animal identification is not really for me. Well, don't worry, they have several different categories. Just to list off a few, they have arts, biology, climate, history, language, literature, medicine, nature. They have a lot that you can choose from, and you can look at the projects, see if you want to do it, and if you don't, simply do not do it. I definitely think Zooniverse is one of the easier ways to get involved in citizen science, but there are several other places that you can go to. For example, my space people, I will be putting in the references below the website for NASA's citizen science page, where they have a listing of all of the citizen science projects that they support, and you can click on them and see if you can or want to help with that. It's really cool. So definitely check those out. There's stuff for cloud spotting on Mars, Galaxy Zoo for identifying images of galaxies, asteroid identification, all kinds of stuff. So definitely check that out if you're into space. SciStarter.org is very similar to Zooniverse in the sense that it gives you a big sorting of all of the projects, but you do have to click on the project and kind of figure out if you want to do the following steps to support that project. One project I'm a part of is the Biodiversity of Alabama. So I have a free app called iNaturalist, and I give them my username, and so they are able to look at my profile and collect the data that I post from Alabama. from that, because I do take a lot of pictures of like bugs, animals, all kinds of plants, and then I identify them on that app, and so they're able to take that data and keep track of the biodiversity of Alabama. Citizenscience.gov is the U.S. website for citizen science. It gives you access to communities within and outside of the federal government working collaboratively. It gives you a toolkit to help plan your projects. You can explore already existing projects and volunteer for them. It's pretty cool, and it also has a bunch of articles that you can read on how citizen science projects are benefiting science as a whole, which is super cool. So that will also be in the references below. Last but not least, Society for Science has a page for citizen science, and it gives you, a kind of walkover of what that is, links to a bunch of websites where people are doing citizen science and how you can help there. Also has more articles, and then it also gives you 3 citizen science projects that share their data with the public. So Nature Watch, eBird, and Globe at Night all share their science with the public as well. So definitely check those out. And again, this will be in the references below. But yeah, citizen science is just super cool. I personally enjoy it a lot. It helps me keep up my environmental science stuff, even though I'm not technically taking classes right now. But it's just so cool to be able to do these things and kind of stretch that muscle, So if this is something that interests you, definitely check it out. Thank you for listening to today's episode. Please check out the next episode that will come out in a couple weeks. And if you have any ideas for episodes, please let me know, either in the comments, or if you go back to the first episode, in the references there is still the active Google form where you can kind of fill out suggestions for the podcast. Thanks again for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.